5 plugin bundles that I can't live without. With Black Friday just around the corner, I wanted to share with you my favorite plugin bundles, just in case you are thinking about treating yourself this Black Friday month. Let's take a look in reverse order. In 5th place, Native Instruments Complete. So I bought Complete 10, I think we're now on Complete 15. Complete 15 standard has 95 instruments and effects in it, so it's a huge bundle. What I love about Complete is the instruments. So you've got Absynth, which is a cool synthesizer. So Battery 4 I use all the time for drums. This is often my go-to. There's some pre-made kits already in here. That kind of thing. So Battery 4 I really like. FM8, this is still my go-to FM synthesis. So I don't know, I've made a kick there in the past. An evolution of the DX7, you've got all these different operators, and you have a carrier and you have a modulator, and you basically modulate the carrier. So you can do some interesting bass sound design in this, particularly as the envelopes are really good, or they were particularly good back in the day, that you could actually draw out your own envelope, which was pretty cool. And the one everyone knows it for really is Massive. This has now been replaced with Massive X, so I'm on an old Massive. I don't actually tend to use this nowadays because the main wavetable synth in town is Serum. But still some cool sounds. But it also has a really good library of sounds that come with it. So Contact is the sampler, and then you get sample instruments that go into that. So the Giant is one for piano, you've got a Drum Lab, and then you've got the Contact Factory library, and there's loads of cool stuff in here for like world instruments. So I use it for this quite often. And there's also the effects component that comes with Complete, but I don't tend to use them so much. Yeah, I use the Transient Master occasionally. Very simple, just attack, sustain, gain knob. And for Complete 15, the standard edition, you're looking to pay about £460. 4th place, Arturia V-Synth. I think I'm running V-Synth 5, so I'm a little bit dated on some of these. Currently, if you get the latest one, I think it might be 10, you get 39 different effects in there, and you can currently find it online for about £230. So these are all emulations of classic analog synths. So of the 20 I've got here, I tend to use the SEM a lot. I love this for bass lines. I think it's really full, very rich sounding synth. I really like it. So yeah, I love the SEM, the SEM. I really like the piano actually. I use the piano as one of my go-to pianos. So although I've got a few others, I actually really like the sounds of this one. Really like the piano. There's loads of different ones in here. American, Japanese, all kind of modeled on Yamaha's. Got kind of upright. You've got the other one that isn't upright. Steinways, like a Yamaha U3 kind of thing. And another one I really like is the Buchla. The Buchla easel, famous synth. It looks a little bit crazy and it's a little bit weird and difficult to program, but you just get some cool sounds out of it. I like this because it's a bit random and is a little bit weird to use, so I don't necessarily know what I'm going to get. So yeah, I use the Arturia V-Synth whenever I want to use more analog sounding stuff, and I quite like that sound. They do tend to sound warmer to me and kind of full. And yeah, currently £230 can be found online, and 39 instruments in the latest one, I think Arturia 10. In 3rd place, IK Multimedia Total Studio Max. And I think this one gets slept on a little bit actually. Now this one I use more for the effects than for the instruments that comes with this bundle, and it's a huge bundle. And I think I got it very reasonably last year or the previous year on Black Friday, like 60-70% off or something. So once again, it has instruments and it also has effects plugins. So IK Multimedia, the instruments, there's a Hammond organ, a bass, drums. I use these a lot for when I want more acoustic kind of sounding drums. Few different ones to choose from, a few different sounds. And you can kind of change the playing style, you can customize the room, put a different reverb on it, and there's some grooves that come with it as well. So yeah, it's quite good, this Modo drum. I quite like this. You've got Philharmonic 2, which is good for some orchestral stuff. In my opinion, not one of the best virtual orchestral sounds on the market, but still pretty good. And you've got Sample Tank, which has hundreds and hundreds of samples. You can download additional kits to add to them. And Synthtronic, which is kind of lots of emulations of synths as well, like classic synths. What I do love about the IK Multimedia pack is for the mixing stuff. So the stuff that comes with the T-Racks portion. So if you don't want to buy everything, you could just look at getting the T-Racks. I love the stuff like the bus compressor, so like an SSLG bus comp. That's a really nice compressor. I like that a lot. I like the reverbs from the CSRs. What else? I use their tapes quite a lot. I like the tape machine emulations they got. I use this one quite often. And I also use the saturator, about 6 or 7 different modes on the saturator. I like this Class A one a lot. So if I ever want to clip something to get it loud, then I use this one here. So that's for making stuff a bit louder. That's for kind of soft clipping or hard clipping. I think in the current bundle, there's about 53 of these effects. And another thing that I love about this bundle is that it contains Amplitube, which is my go-to guitar amp simulator. And I've used loads of different ones, but this is by far my favorite so far. There you go, you got a Marshall straight away. But yeah, you've got so many different amps you can choose from. So I quite like the Buckley. Right now it's available for just under £150 from Plugin Boutique. And that leads me into a little bit of news I have. So I have recently become an affiliate of Plugin Boutique and LoopCloud. So if you plan to pick up any plugins this month, then please do consider using my affiliate link in the description below. Right now, LoopCloud are offering 12-month subscription for the price of 6 months, and you get 10 free plugins. And more details in the description below. Now back to my final 2 favorite plugins. In runners-up position, FabFilter Total Bundle. One of my most expensive bundles, and this is not for the faint-hearted. FabFilter makes some amazing plugins. So C2 is one of my favorite compressors. So it's got such a nice visual display. It's so easy to use. You've got side chaining capabilities down here. You've got a few different modes to choose from. It sounds good. It's very quick, so it can go as fast as 0.005 milliseconds. So attack is very fast. And it's just very clean, a very clean compressor. Fairly transparent, I would say. And then the Pro Q I use all the time as well. Once again, just a really nice GUI. You can make stuff dynamic. So you can turn it into a dynamic EQ very simply. So that's really cool. You can use side chaining, lots of different shapes, tilting, mid-side mode, very easy to use. It sounds very clean and transparent. The multi-band I use a lot of the time as well. It's got a nice multi-band compressor, really easy to use, much easier than Logic's, for instance. And you can also do expansion as well as compression. So you can expand, you can boost stuff, range up. So really nice multi-band compressor. Once again, easy to use, very effective. And the Pro L, this is the limiter. It pretty much sits on the master of every one of my tracks. It's very clean. You can push the gain before it audibly distorts. Very fast and clean limiter. Once again, a very nice visual display. This one's pretty hefty for the total bundle. I think I paid about £750. It is, yeah, £769 currently. They do have some smaller bundles though, so if you didn't want the total bundle, you can get the mastering bundle, I think it is, for £379, and that's the compressor, the limiter, the EQ, and the multi-band. It is missing the reverb, which I also quite like, to be honest. And you can buy these all individually for like £150 or something. These are probably only for people who are really serious about mixing, because you can find cheaper alternatives elsewhere. But if you want the creme de la creme, these are kind of those plugins. And my favorite plugin bundle ever is Soundtoys 5. These are the most fun plugins I think I have, and they're super easy to use and really creative. So whenever I want to do kind of weird stuff or crazy stuff, these are the ones that I go for. And I'll pretty much use these in every project. So all of them are pretty good. Currently this is about £400 for the bundle, but I do remember last year on Black Friday, it was 80% off. So you could get these for whatever 80% of 400 is. I think I bought them for 50% off. I think I paid £200 or something. So let's just take a look at a couple of them. This is a great distortion or your saturation plugin, depending how far you push it. Got different modes down here. Punish mode when you really want to mess with something. Love the decapitator, works really nicely on drums, really nicely on bass. I often put that on a bus and have it as like a NY or parallel compression. Echo Boy, just a really nice delay plugin. Loads of presets to choose from, vocal, chorus, some rhythmic ones. I use Echo Boy on vocals quite often for the vocal ones, just like simple slap back delays and tape delays. Crystallizer, this is a really cool plugin. You can reverse these. Yeah, really cool, love that sound. Filter Freak, I love the filter. The 2 has 2 filters in it and you can kind of give them nice LFOs, nice modulation effects. Really cool plugin, I use it a lot. Alter Boy, love it. I should be getting paid by Soundtoys for this. Just for a simple pitch shifting. Good little pitch shifter, and the tremolator I like a lot as well. Chop chop. Just for doing kind of rhythmic stuff, I like the tremolator. Really like the Soundtoys plugins, very creative plugins. So those are my all-time favorite plugin bundles. These are the ones I'd recommend taking a look at if you're thinking of buying something this Black Friday. And please consider supporting the channel by using my affiliate links if you do so. And if you're still getting to grips with Logic Pro, then here are some awesome shortcuts that I think are worth knowing about. Add these to your arsenal and you'll speed up your workflow and your output. Take care and I'll see you on another video.